I love a good free card. Love a good free card. We're claiming a free card today, and I want to put you guys on a decision you're going to have to make, because if you look in the top right of our screen, we have 11 days remaining on this season. What is going on, MLB family? We're talking free. Is it for me? Of course, free is for me. The big thing I want to talk about here is the set 1 collections. Now, again, we have to assume that in this 11 days, when we move over to set 2, season 2, whatever you want to call it, there's going to be another collection coming out for set 2. It does not mean that this one is going away. It does not mean that at all. It means that we have 11 days and we don't know who's coming in set 3. We don't, or set 2. We don't know. We don't know. So here's what my suggestion is for you guys. I am only collecting non-sellable cards. Okay, that's my thing. Non-sellable cards. That's all we've been collecting here, right? That's it. That's it. The next big rewards are at 170 and 200 up from there. We don't know who's set 2 collection. We don't know who's set 2 bosses. We don't know any of that stuff as of right now. And if you're going to be in between those two types, I recommend you not collecting the extra cards until we see what's going on. So I'm going to finish off my Chipper Jones collection here right now. Of course, I'm taking Chipper, and I'm going to collect all the non-sellable cards that I have. Okay. If we go a little bit higher than 140, that's fine. I want to know exactly where I am on here, and I didn't blow by 140. We kind of snuck by 140 basically. And we have you, and we have you, and I think that's it. But let's go through with a nice double check here. Yep. I think this is right. 145 sounds right to me, and it is right. So we're going to collect those items, and we're going to get this pack. Okay. Now we are 55 cards away. We're going to be less than 55 cards away, obviously, because we're going to get monthlies and tops now again. So it's going to be better than that. But what I would suggest, if you're like going to be close to getting through to that next point, is going back into here, finding cards in set 1 that are cheap, right? I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. So some of these cards here, again, if you're not sure of what you want to do, go ahead and put in a minimum buy order on some of these cards, right? Does it hurt? No, because you know what? If someone sells it to you at this price, you can quick sell it. No questions asked. Okay, so I see. How do you know what the minimum is? Put in a lower number. You'll see what it is. Just in case. What if I really am like, man, maybe I'll just get Pedro. Maybe I'll just get Babe Ruth, right? Maybe I'll just do that, right? Or maybe I'll just do this. And if I want the cards, I can collect them. If I don't want the cards, then I can quick sell them. Or I can hold on to them if I don't need the stubs and see if their price rises, because then they're going to be gone. Now, there's not a ton of cards at this value here. We see that a lot of these cards are actually not minimum. A lot of cards are not minimum out here, but that doesn't mean you can't go get some of them. And so I'm going to put orders in for all the ones here that we can get that we don't have. This one we're gonna have to go slightly over, and again, I can make this decision at that point whether I want to quick sell this card, sell the card, whatever it may be, right? Like I'll put out 10,005. It's fine. Okay, CC, what are you doing? This is exactly what I'm doing, right? Again, going through some of these, just seeing what the prices are at, all this stuff. Again, if you want to risk a few more stubs, by all means you can. We got a Johnny. We don't have Biggio right here. A lot of people will sell you these cards at these prices. They will lose the stubs. You won't lose the stubs. That's great, right? Like, we are all in on this. Now, does this mean that I'm going to collect these cards 100%? 100%, it does not mean that. All this means is I am doing what we love to call on this channel as no risk investing. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing because no matter what happens, these cards won't lose their value at all. At all. 1-7, right? And only go if you want to, like, if you're really like, I don't know, go up by 1 stub. Don't go up by 2. Don't go up by 3. Just go up by 1, and you can keep an eye on these here and see, hey, what do you really want to do? Again, if I need stubs, I have these cards to sell or quick sell at a moment's notice. Literally at a moment's notice, okay? It doesn't matter. But what if set 2 doesn't bring the heat? And what if it really brings the heat? You can hold on to these, and then maybe down the line, someone's like, you know, maybe in a week or two, someone's like, I kind of do want Pedro instead. And all of a sudden, these cards start to dry up. People start to quick sell these cards. There's less of them around. It could be very, very, very beautiful. I think that's probably going to be all of them there. And it is all of them there. So you see, we're buying 1, 2, we're buying quite a bit of them. And this is going to give me the option, again, when I go in here, if I were to go to auto select, we're at 169. Again, I obviously don't want to collect some of these cards. Vlad Jr.'s at 1, or Vlad Sr.'s 107, Posada 158, Ryan Howard 105. Do you remember last time we talked? The flash sales that were going on? These cards were a lot cheaper, right? Prices flew up on a lot of cards. One main card that they flew up on was Cal Ripken Jr. If we go look at Marketplace here, you were able to buy him for 50,000 stubs. Which is a pretty cool price considering now he's at basically 70, right? It's basically he's around 70. So I have extras of these that I'm trying to sell and flip for profit. Unfortunately, I wasn't around a whole lot during the flash sales, so I didn't get to go on and do some of these things. But again, if you remember, Marketplace on this card, you could have got it for 75, and bam, he is just selling for 107, right? Crazy changes, crazy differences. Again, remember we pulled this pack for Sean Doolittle. I was like, I'm gonna keep him. Why? Well, he was 17k, now he's 27. Again, should have bought more cards, but I didn't, and I can't go back in time, so I can't change that. So that's how I'm really preparing right now. Again, with the idea that if I really feel like I want one of those cards, cool. If not, once we get a little bit closer, I may even sell off some set 1 cards that I really am not sure that I want, especially the big, high, expensive, usable cards. Because I like Juan Marichal here, right? Again, we got him for 50k. It's not bad. Now he's at 70, so we could sell him, bam, profit, right? So that's the big thing right now. We have this pack. It's a beautiful pack. You know we're taking Chipper Jones. It's not even a question. Chipper, he goes in the lineup and he goes into our theme team. I think we are going to give you guys a we'll just quick sell him. Who are you? Anyone else in here? You? No, not really. Okay. So he's going to go into our theme team, and that's the way I'm building my team right now. We go to the main team. Again, one thing I would love to see San Diego Studios do for captains, for theme teams, is allow us to put our captain on the bench and have him still count, right? Because I want to put Chipper Jones in here without having to do any substitutions and switching. It's just weird. It reminds me, if you guys played Madden a long time ago, you had to have only starters counted for like giving chemistry and boost and stuff like that. So you would have offensive linemen who would boost pass blocking or a stat, right? They had to be starting. So once the game started, you would just switch them out so you could still get the boost and then use the better player. This is the same concept. I think they should do that. You know, I would love if they expanded on like the teams that people get and stuff, but I'm not going to harp or push on that. It's their first real year into it, and they're doing an okay job with it. There are changes. I would love to be able to give some feedback to them. I know that they probably don't really like me for whatever reason. I'm outspoken. I understand that, but my knowledge base for these types of games is pretty deep. So again, if I want to use Chipper Jones, I've got to put him on the bench and sub him in. Right? That's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to me, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do that. How many spots do we have? We have 11 of 9. So Aaron Judge, you can come out. Well, basically the game's gonna start. Chipper's gonna get pushed in, and it's gonna work. That's how we're gonna have to make it work for now. And even look at this, Cal Ripken at second base. I know I'm not a Cal Ripken guy, but we're trying him out. He has 82 fielding here. That's not bad. That's not bad. You could put Jeter there, but I prefer his fielding here isn't as good. Like Jeter's got the better fielding at short. Or however, that's the thing. The reason we can put him out of position and it's okay is if you put certain guys in out of position, they lose like 15 fielding, and with the captain's boost here giving us 15 fielding, it actually just keeps them exactly the same. If we were to move him to outfield, we see it goes down even worse, right? So again, if you're infield, like you can play infield. If I put him at catcher, his fielding goes to 9. Obviously, they don't want us doing that. So that's the update. This is how I'm sort of preparing for set 2. And I'm going to keep preparing this way. I've got the cards. I'm just trying to sell off some stuff that we invested in, make a few extra subs there, and just sort of be prepared for what is coming down the line. And we have monthly awards this week. Should be exciting. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.